Right now, asteroids are passing extremely close to the Earth. Not millions of kilometers away, not safely out in deep space. Some of them get closer than you'd ever expect. Closer than anything you might think is safe. So how close do asteroids actually get to Earth? Closer than the Moon, and not just once in a while. This happens more often than most people realize. Astronomers track thousands of objects called near-Earth objects, or NEOs. These are asteroids whose orbits bring them into Earth's path. Most of them pass safely by, but in space, safe doesn't mean far. Let's put this into perspective. The Moon sits about 384,000 kilometers away from Earth. So anything that passes closer than that is considered a close approach. And that happens all the time. Some asteroids pass within 100,000 kilometers. That might sound far, but that's only about a quarter of the distance to the Moon. If you could fly there in a plane, you'd be there in about 5 days. On the scale of space, that's right next door. That same trip to the nearest star would take millions of years. In 2020, an asteroid about the size of a car passed just 3,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. That means this asteroid passed just above the region where we operate in space. So if asteroids are getting that close, why don't we see them? Because most of them are actually very small. Car-sized, maybe house-sized. And that matters, because small objects don't reflect much sunlight. They're dark, they're fast, and they're easy to miss. Most are only detected days or even hours before they pass Earth. Sometimes we don't even know they were there until it's already over. So what happens if one actually hits Earth? For most of these smaller asteroids, nothing. Earth's atmosphere protects us. As they enter, the air in front of them compresses and heats up. That heat builds so fast the object breaks apart, or explodes in the sky. In 2013, a small asteroid exploded over Chelyabinsk. The blast released more energy than a nuclear explosion. Windows shattered across the city. Over 1,000 people were injured. Not from the impact, but from the shockwave in the air. But not all of these asteroids are small. Larger objects do exist, and if one of those hits the Earth, the effects would be far more serious. Asteroids over about 140 meters wide are tracked very closely. Because of their size, they could destroy an entire region. The good news, we've already found most of them, and none are on a collision course with an Earth for at least the next 100 years. So yes, asteroids come very close to Earth, closer than most people realize, but space is still vast, and the chances of a major impact are extremely low. Right now, thousands of these objects are moving through our part of the solar system. Most will pass by completely unnoticed. That's a fact.